Thanks, Asaph.
Good morning,
My pleasure.
everyone. Welcome to Wake Up Missoula. I am your host, Noelle McAvoy.
And I'm Scott Rimpf.
And this is Asaph Out of 9. Asaph, what was that song?
That's called Why Don't You Do Right?
Nice. That was a great song. I really like that. It's Monday morning. I hope you all had a great weekend. We've got several things to talk about today. We've got events. We've got weather. We're going to take a look at our webcam. We're going to chat about our weekend. Scott, do you have any hallmark or bullmark today?
Yes, we do.
Yes, good. My favorite segment.
And I have some city, Up Missoula kind of like flashback I want to talk about also.
Perfect, yeah.
So right now, if we do take a look at our outside web cam, you can see that it is freezing cold. And it's so cold that after I washed my hair this morning, I walked outside, and after a minute, my hair is frozen.
Yeah, my hair froze this morning too. I walked outside to start my car. My
It
hair
was
froze.
ridiculous. So
Yeah.
if you see out there, you can see people are getting busy. This isn't stopping people from going to work. It is from...
Also, if you notice, they put up the little Christmas trees on all the poles. You know,
Yes.
and I love that. I was so excited about that.
The current condition is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. You can expect highs into the 20s, lows into the 10s. But, you know, Tuesday's going to start warming up into 27, and then you can expect later this week it's going to be high in the 30s. But there is a chance of snow Wednesday night, but you can expect clear days. All right. And that's pretty much it for weather. You know, it's going to be cold. It's going to start warming up in terms of winter weather, but
On
you should be all
Thursday,
good.
it says that there's a chance of freezing rain, but, you know, it's Montana. That can change really quickly. So we'll keep you updated on that chance of freezing rain. I hope not. Freezing rain is the worst. I don't want that. And you slide all over. It's not even fun. It's not like an ice rink at all, whatsoever. Yeah. But, so
Yes.
Scott, tell me about your weekend.
My
What'd you do?
weekend was slow and easy.
Did you have to work?
I only worked on Saturday, but it was
Yeah.
pretty chill. There wasn't much going on.
Not too many producers or
No,
anything? Asaph, how was your weekend?
Oh, mine was fine. I just kind of relaxed and took it easy over the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah, it was too cold to go out and do anything.
Oh, I know. Did you watch any good programs on TV?
Yeah, I watched the Lawrence Welk show.
Oh, yeah. Your favorite.
Yeah.
Well, boys, my weekend was great. Thanks for asking.
How was your weekend, Noelle? Was it great?
It was great.
Oh, it was
I didn't
great.
do much. Most of the time, I'm a busy woman. I've got 2 jobs and 14 credits in college.
Well, that hasn't stopped you before, eh?
Yeah, that's true. But since I'm so busy all the time and I always go out and do lots of things, I stayed in over the weekend.
Yeah.
I was in bed at 9:45 on Saturday. It was awesome.
Oh, I hope you were watching MCAT all weekend long, because there are a lot of new programs. Because City Club was happening on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, was it? Nice.
You know, if you guys preferred watching that over Walking Dead.
Yeah. I watched the Maltese Falcon.
Really?
Yeah. It was on PBS. Yeah.
It was on PBS, really?
PBS, yeah. I
Yeah,
watched
they do that every week now. They put an old film out, and for the
Yeah.
last 3 weeks they had Humphrey Bogart on.
Yes, yep, yeah.
That's
I'd never
crazy.
seen Humphrey Bogart in action. Yeah, so I watched Maltese Falcon. That was pretty cool. And then I fell asleep to some PBS Kids shows. I know. I was like, man,
All right,
my
so
life.
so right now you can you're watching Wake Up Missoula, and you can find out more information if you go to our Wix page, wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. You can also log on to our Facebook page. Be sure to like us, and you can follow us on Twitter. And also, not to mention, MCAT has their own Facebook page, and you can find out more information about MCAT by logging on to mcat.org, or you can call us and do your own show, just like we're doing this morning at 542-6228, or you can email us at mcat@mcat.org.
But speaking of doing your own show, one of my friends is getting a show here on MCAT, and so I just want to tell everyone about it. It's called Far Out TV, and it's like a 90s revival talk show variety show.
Yeah, it's what's that called? Vanville.
Yeah.
Vaudeville. Oddity.
Yeah. So it'll be coming soon to MCAT, so look onto that. We'll probably have him on our show, and we'll show a couple things that he'll be doing and talk about it more. Yeah, but just want to throw that out there.
But also, we have a very special guest that I'm going to bring up right now.
Oh, do we?
We do have a very special guest that I will show you.
Well, while we wait for our special guest, I'm so excited. What can you tell us about our special guest?
He's special.
Like what kind of special?
Like,
Like
used to
he
be on
should-
her show special?
Like he's been in special classes before?
Oh, no.
Like it's Josh Menny special?
A Josh Menny special, yes. If we
You're
can get a hold of
calling
him.
Josh Menny right now. If we can get a hold of him. Josh Menny is a busy man and he's very hard to get a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
So we're currently calling him. He's, as we all know, he moved to Bismarck, North Dakota a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And so that's smack dab right in the middle of North Dakota, which is good because there's a booming economy there. And so he's got a good job. He's gonna, the economy is doing well. So that's a plus. It's awesome. Which is good that Bismarck isn't so close to the oil fields, because I can imagine that that's kind of intense. Like, we were discussing it in one of my classes, how the oil fields in those small little towns went from like 500 people to like 5,000 people, and how crazy that must have been for the entire town to have to be able to accommodate all those people and find jobs and open businesses and houses. I saw this little interview or read this article about this family that was living in a trailer for 2 years because they just couldn't find housing. There was 6 of them, yeah, in this double wide trailer for 2 years because they couldn't find housing. But he's making as much money, so yeah, the economy is good, but there are parts that are just really intense and really kind of hard because of the oil fields. That's quite an interesting thing. It's an interesting time that we live in. I really think so. We're going to see a lot in this lifetime that's kind of interesting.
We're vamping.
I mean, I'm doing a good job.
So I'm going to switch gears just a little bit before we get a hold of Josh. I'm going to talk a little bit about Up Missoula, and I did I took the best quotes from that meeting from Up Missoula, and here's a little taste of their kind of getting started. And this is one of the speakers. He's worth a lot of the development in Missoula, with signs, and he does with a lot of public works, and he has a nice British accent. So
Oh, yes.
I can't remember his name on the top of my head. This is kind of last minute. But I want you guys to know exactly. Up Missoula is a process in which there's a growth inward policy in Missoula. So I guys want you to know what's going on with that, and they have monthly meetings every month to talk about how they're going to grow inwards and change the growth policy. And they do it every 20 years, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a big deal.
It is a big deal.
You can only do it 3 or 4 times in your lifetime before you die.
Don't talk about that.
All right, so anyways, here is our first quote.
So you have a real world lasting positive impact on the city of Missoula. So I want to thank you very much for your participation in the process. And with that, I'm going to hand it right over to Bob Horn. Thanks very much.
So yeah, he kind of talked a little bit about it, kind of opened up that it's a good thing to happen. Mm-hmm. And this is Lavelle Means. She has her own quote, and this is a little bit of Lavelle Means. So here she is.
But when we were working on that plan in 2007 and 2008, it was before the economic downturn. So we know that there's more re-evaluation of that information that we're going to have to do, and that means while this is a foundation, we might still be looking at new ideas on the residential allocation. We will still be looking at new ideas on the resource provisions and other things. So it is kind of an evolving thing.
So, like she said, it's constantly moving, and this is just the beginning of it, and they're going to do it for 4 more months. They just had their meeting last Friday, and I believe that they're going to do it every second Friday of the month, but I'm not entirely sure. They're posted on the website, and you guys can always put some input on there. They already got all the community members to do some think tanks and subcommittees to be a part of this, and they split them up into 6 different sections. And a lot of the sections have to do with growth of population, economy, tourism, just all sorts of stuff. A lot of different things. But if you want to look up more information, you can go to the City of Missoula, or you can go onto their Facebook page at Up Missoula. But this is the last quote I have of that meeting. And they talk a little bit more about the demographics and the key data and trends. So here's a little quote from there.
But overall, our air quality has really come to a great place. And as well with our water, I think we all know about the mine waste that the Clark Fork had dumped into it for many years, and that it was washed down to us, and the water was really unfit. And the city's buildings, at one time, this is where we dumped our garbage, and the backs of the buildings were put up toward the river. And now it's actually a centerpiece of the city, and buildings are starting to face the river again. So that's actually a great story. And that's all I have.
Okay, so
Awesome.
and that's just a little taste of what happened at the October meeting last month. I'm sure we'll be able to get the new meeting.
Yeah, the November one. Cool. Well, that's really interesting. And the fact that it only happens every 20 years, like, you really get a say in what can happen with Missoula and what. So I think that's neat. I think that's really important. People should take advantage of that. Did they say when the next meeting is and how community members can get involved?
Then again, you'd have to log on to the website on their Facebook page, or you can log on to the City of Missoula's version of Our Missoula. So if you go to the City of Missoula's website, you can do a Google search engine for Our Missoula, and it basically gives you the top pick for it as well.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. I'll have to check that out.
I don't know.
We're not going to get a hold of Josh.
We're not going to get a hold of Josh today.
Too many technical difficulties.
Oh well, maybe next time.
Yeah, too many technical difficulties. But I've got some events going on, so I'll tell you guys about that.
We have new programming.
Oh!
So we're going to show a piece of that, then we can get to your stuff.
Well, how about we just get to my stuff because I already introduced it, and then we get to your new programming.
All right, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, everyone. Monday events. So, Family Fun Time is at Ms. Mo Gymnastics at 9:30 a.m. This is an open gym for ages walking to 12 years of age. They offer a supervised and safe environment full of obstacle courses, foam pits, and trampolines. So, for members, it's $5, and then for non-members, it's $8. So it's really affordable. It's from starts at 9:30. Preschool playgroup is at Bitterroot Gymnastics at 11 a.m. The class length is an hour, so it's just 11 to noon. It's for ages walking to 5 years old, and $8 to drop in or $12 for siblings, so that's really affordable too. And they set up fun stations, activities throughout the gym. Parents and the children choose which ones they want to do. And it varies from obstacle courses, pit games, trampoline time, swinging, sliding, climbing, and playing on an inflatable thing. They just have playing on an inflatable, and then they don't have anything after that. So I can imagine that it's something. There's Yoga for Wellness at the Learning Center at Red Willow. It's Mondays from noon to 1. It's an ongoing class. You can join anytime. It's $45 for 6 weeks or $10 to drop in. It's a well-rounded mix of gentle, restorative, and energizing yoga poses, as well as guided breathwork, meditation, and mindfulness techniques. All levels are welcome, but a previous experience is helpful. The Missoula Senior Center is having a bridge group at 1 p.m. The beginners and brush up meet at Monday at 1 p.m. on Monday at the center, and then the advanced group and bridge group 1 meets at the center at 1 on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and Fridays a party bridge. It's a $1.25 fee is charged to cover expenses. Every Monday from 5 to 7, the Top Hat Lounge will host Missoula Deadheads for 2 hours of live dead music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So that's 40 years of Grateful Dead music. So that's quite a wide variety. So that's cool. 2 hours are curated by local dead experts. It's all ages and free, and they have a pretty great happy hour. So I advise you to check it out. The University of Montana is holding a New to Medicare workshop. This is put on by Missoula Aging Services. It starts at 6 p.m. It's November 17th and 18th from 6 to 8. It's for those approaching age 65 or are eligible for Medicare due to a disability. You find out about important enrollment dates, how to save money on prescription drugs, how to protect yourself from late enrollment fees, and more. And the second session, which will be the 18th, provides interactive computer workshop where you learn to access access your personal Medicare claims, plans, coverage, and more. So the class cost is $35, and to register, you can call Missoula Aging Services 728-7682. Monk's Bar is having Jazz Mondays. This is every Monday from 7 to 9. Basement Boys perform, followed by others sitting in with the jazz quartet, including players from the university. And that's free too. Missoula Community Concert Band performance is today at 7 p.m. tonight. It's at MCT, Center for the Performing Arts, 200 North Adams Street, Missoula, Montana. So it's at the university. It's no admission charge, and at the conclusion of the concert, free refreshments will be served. Did they get that address wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
MCT
thought. I
Center.
was like,
MCT
that's
Center
like
for the
down-
Performing Arts is on Broadway.
That's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think they meant.
But they
the-
always do it at MCT. It's
Yeah.
always on.
the dance.
It's
I thought
always
they-
on Broadway, just before you hit Madison Bridge, and also it's where the old Central School used to be, and they built
Yeah.
onto it. It's a really nice building. I don't know the exact address, but you can't miss it. It's off Broadway.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So 200 North Adams Street is not correct. I thought that was weird. Okay, but yeah, it's free. Starts at 7:15, and the community concert band now is in its 22nd year, so they should put on a good show for you guys. Top Hat Lounge is hosting Cold Smoke Winter Film Tour. This starts at 8:30 tonight. It's $10 in advance and $12 at the door, and it's films about winter outdoor recreational activities. And actually, have got the trailer right here for you guys, so I'll show you that.
Engaging communities on their own terms. Tapping into existing networks and connecting winter enthusiasts through film and festivities.
Cold Smoke is a platform created to strengthen the winter culture and most importantly celebrate it as our communities continue to grow. So get out there, keep exploring, keep charging, keep making films, and keep contributing to the winter culture, because without you, none of it would be possible.
Winter culture is a lot of different things. It's not just skiing, it's not just snowboarding, it's anybody who gets out there and recreates with frozen water.
Patrons experience films from all over the world and are showered in gear and prizes.
It seems to touch that nerve in everybody who's there.
It's a common thread throughout all of our friends, and they feed off each other, and then craziness ensues.
Tour stops connect patrons with the Greater Cold Smoke Collective, with a direct introduction to exclusive web content, collaborative brands, unique events, and of course, the grand finale, the Cold Smoke Awards.
Welcome to Cold Smoke Awards number 8.
Yeah, so that's what's going on at the Top Hat tonight. So it'll be a little film festival and some awards. Seems cool. Winter activities are a good thing to get into since winter is for like 9 months here. But that's what's going on for Monday. Up next, I've got Tuesday events. Tiny Tales will be at 10:30 a.m. at the Missoula Public Library in the large meeting room. This is for babies aged birth through 3 years of age. Participants will sing songs, learn finger plays, nursery rhymes, and hear stories. So it's just a little time to have a little interactive, time with your child. Sounds cool. Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation is hosting Shooting the Bull Toastmasters at noon. This is where people get together and give feedback on their speaking skills, like public speaking skills. So you can go and present like a public speaking item or whatever you want to, and people give you feedback on it. That's really nice. So that's at noon at the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. Missoula Public Library is having their Maker Space Open Time project development. It starts at 1, it's 1 to 5, and it's where you can go in and use some of their technology equipment and work on your own project. So that's at the library at 1. Missoula Aging Services is having a caregiver support group. It's at 4 p.m. Tomorrow. It's for family members of an older adult of a person with a disability. So it's a support group to deal with that. Call 728-7682 for more information. And it's at Missoula Aging Services, which is 337 Stevens Avenue. Mud Central is having a beer brewing workshop, which I thought this was really cool. Jared Robinson from Summer Sun Garden and Brew is going to show everyone how to brew some beer. You guys got it, yeah. So he's going to help you with selecting the right ingredients and the right style and all the essential things that you need to know to brew beer. So that's really awesome. It's $10 for Mud members, $20 for non-members, which is really affordable. Space is limited, so go to mudproject.org/event/beer brewing workshop, and you can register on there. There's a picking circle at the Top Hat from 6 to 8. This is every Tuesday. It's for bluegrass-oriented musicians to come and jam out with other musicians. This will be in the raised seating behind the VIP booth, and it's free and all ages. There is a lecture presented by the Missoula International Friendship Program called Global Competence. This is at 6:30 p.m. at the Roxy. And this is an understanding culturally different members of our community. It's presented by Dr. Udo Fluck, who has a PhD. And it's just a discussion about how to treat people with cultural differences well. And I think it's a good thing to have in Montana, as we're mostly white. Yeah. So you got to be culturally diverse. I mean, it gives you a little more open-minded when you have a more diversity.
Or not. It's your choice.
Yeah, it's your choice. It really is. I'm not telling you what to do.
Yeah.
But if you want to check it out, it's at 6:30 p.m. at the Roxy.
New experience, learn some stuff.
Yep, Global Competence Seminar begins at 7. There are world desserts at 6:30, and it's a free event to the public. So check that out. You have no reason not to. National Theater Live is presenting Of Mice and Men at the Roxy tomorrow night at 7. And I thought this was kind of interesting because it's a Broadway production, but James Franco and Chris O'Dowd star in it. So that's nice. It's cool to see people be able to do film as well as Broadway. So that's going to be at the Roxy tomorrow at 7. It's adults is $16, seniors 65 and older is $14, and then student and children are $11.
Yeah, you're watching a filmed play.
Yeah, that's what it is, a filmed play. But I think it's cool.
Yep.
Frenchtown is having their school musical. It's called Through the Looking Glass. It starts at 7 p.m. in the Frenchtown High School Auditorium. It's put on by the music department, and Through the Looking Glass is a continuation of the Alice in Wonderland story. The show runs 4 nights, November 18th through November 21st. Each show begins at 7. They'll have treats before the show, as well as hot beverages from Liquid Planet.
I do have to give a shout out to the Frenchtown. Frenchtown has always put on great shows.
Have they? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are some of your favorite shows?
I don't know. I think they did a Music Man not too long ago, but everyone does the Music Man. But it was really good, right, Asaph?
Yeah.
Yeah,
since I was in high school, they've been doing a Music Man.
Yeah. It's a classic.
But yeah.
It's a classic, yeah. There is Top Hat Lounge is having a swinging session, swinging at the Top Hat with Cash for Junkers. It's presented by Swing Kids. It's at the Top Hat Lounge at 7. It's all ages until 9 p.m. and then 21 and up after 9. It's free, and it's just swinging around the dance floor with Cash for Junkers. Sounds fun. Mm-hmm. And then my last event for tomorrow night is a trampoline drop-in for adults. So this is ages 16 and up. It's at Bitterroot Gymnastics from 7:30 to 8:30, and it's only $8 to drop in. And so that's what I've got going on for you guys for today and tomorrow. A lot of the usual stuff happening around town, a couple new things, all very fun things to do inside, as it is cold and we don't really have that much snow.
And speaking of snow and staying indoors, you can stay indoors and watch what's on MCAT tonight. It's going to be the premiere of the Festival of the Book on MCAT. Awesome. So we filmed the Festival of the Book all its entirety, and you get to enjoy it. It's going to be on every single Monday, 9 p.m., but of course the rerun happens at 5 p.m. on Friday, but you can watch it the first and premiere, and it's going to be going on well and through December, and this one right now, and then the other program is the Wilderness Issues Lecture Series. It's training and inspiring the next generation, and they're talking about the Wilderness Act, and it's the 50 years of the Wilderness Act, and this is I don't remember. I think, no, this is part 5 of the Mansfield Wilderness Act, and all that stuff they're talking about. Great stuff. Stories of the past, troubled future, that kind of thing. But I'll stop talking and just show you a little taste.
The reality in our system of government, first lesson you learned back in D.C. is that you need 50% of the people plus one in order for anything to endure. And the notion of preserving something for future generations, if the current living generation doesn't see any value in it, will fail. A writer catches her in Livingston, Montana, and talks about Calamity being out among the beer barrels in the back of the saloon. This picture is taken just shortly before her death, when alcoholism had pretty much taken its toll. She's out in front of Wild Bill's burial spot.
Yep. So,
Sweet.
yeah, that was it.
Sounds good.
So you can check out all that stuff. And without further ado, I'm going to have some Hallmark or
Yay!
bullmark.
I love Hallmark.
All right, so are you
funny.
guys ready for some Hallmark or bullmark? Asaph, play me in.
Okay.
All right, guys, are you ready for some Hallmark or bullmark? Holiday again, more holidays, because they have like a cornucopia of Christmas movies. But anyways, Holly is a successful children's lawyer who she herself doesn't believe in Santa Claus or the Christmas spirit because she doesn't get a boyfriend for Christmas. She didn't get a boyfriend for Christmas many years ago.
She's got to put some effort into it.
This
Come on.
has cast a shadow of doubt that hasn't only affected her love life, but her holiday cheer. Just when she was about to give up, a handsome man comes at her doorstep and brings not only a chance at love, but the Christmas spirit. Ryan is a successful lawyer who's been in love with Holly. And with a little help from Santa Claus, he may win Holly yet.
Oh my God.
So, is this and this movie's called A Boyfriend for Christmas. Is this a Hallmark or a bullmark movie?
I'm gonna say it's Hallmark. It sounds like what is that movie?
Every other movie about Christmas?
Yeah.
The one with the old guy from the Macy's store that comes on every Miracle on 34th Street. That's what it kind of sounds like to me.
But I just really think that like Santa Claus has this guy in his bag and he takes him to the door. And he's like, here, here's Ryan.
He's in love with you.
I don't
He's
know.
a lawyer and he's in love with you. Just what you wanted.
The Christmas movies are ridiculous.
I'm gonna call this bullmark.
You can say it's bullmark. All right, second chance to change your minds.
I'll stick with it.
All right, Hallmark and bullmark. Well, Asaph is correct. It is
It's a
Hallmark
Hallmark
original movie.
Good.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
sounds like Miracle on 34th Street. It also sounds like Big Fat Greek Wedding. You know, we
that
give up on
plot.
love and
Come
then
on, you
come.
guys. Please advance that plot. at least get Holly to do something else. Like, does Holly have a hobby?
Right. And
does
speaking
Holly have
of
any animals?
romance on the holidays, this next movie, after Jessie calls off yet another engagement at the altar, she swears off relationships until she finds the one. That is, until the charming single Aiden comes along. Aiden has a bet with his friends that he can convince a woman to marry him by Christmas, and Jessie is the target of his bet. So it's kind of like,
jerk.
but of course, you know, in some ways, it's gonna like he's gonna repent and feel like, oh, I guess I love you after all. And
It has to happen.
Anyways, as Aiden attempts to court Jessie by first hiring her to decorate his apartment, Jessie looks to her sister, roommate, and interior design company partner, Vivian, as her closest confidant. To complicate matters, Jessie is dodgingly pursued by her most recent ex-fiance, Mike, who still wants to marry her.
After all that?
When Aiden finds himself falling for Jessie too, will he call off the bet and truly pursue her? And this movie is called A Bride for Christmas. Is this Hallmark or bullmark?
This is a tough one. I'm gonna call this Hallmark for sure.
All right.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna agree with her.
Well, guys,
Is that all you?
you guys are right.
Yeah,
It's a
Hallmark,
Hallmark
yeah.
movie.
It's so bad.
There's like too many interlocking characters.
At least this plot has like a little more like expanded plot.
You saying that I can't expand upon? No. Yes.
Well, no, it's just like No, I mean the first one, like A Boyfriend for Christmas, is literally just about her getting a boyfriend for Christmas.
Yes.
I mean the other one at least has like a couple other things going on. I read that Lifetime made a movie about Aaliyah, and Aaliyah was this pop singer from the 90s who was really popular and really awesome. And I just love her, but she died in a plane crash like 2000.
Was she the one?
Like over 10 years ago.
Oh, wait. Was she black?
Yeah.
Oh, she's the one who played
Aaliyah.
the Queen of the Damned.
Yeah, Queen of the Damned.
Yeah, explaining my language.
Yeah,
Anyways,
she's awesome. I love her.
Yeah.
But Lifetime made a movie about her, and I guess it's really bad. I read a review, and I guess it's terrible.
well, Lifetime movie is just like anti-guys, and
Well-
men are gonna beat you.
Well, the only thing is that they they asked, the rights to Aaliyah's music is owned by her family. And so they asked the family, and the family rejected them and wouldn't give them the rights. And so the song, isn't really any of Aaliyah's music. And
So
then,
it's just completely made up from the
And
scratch.
then, and then the actress that, they were able to get some of the songs, but the actress that is singing just, couldn't quite hit the notes like Aaliyah could, and, her dancing isn't good, and I know. I was like, just leave Aaliyah alone. Just leave her alone and let us remember her as is. She's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Aaliyah. Yeah.
Yeah, she was quite good.
She's
Yeah,
great.
I remember her.
Well,
But-
that's it for
I know. I
Wake
think
Up
that's
Missoula.
I think that's our show. We've
Be
got
sure
a
to
lot
look
of
up for
websites. Yeah. Tell us all about our things we have.
So, City Council is happening tonight. Be aware that it happens every Monday except for fifth Mondays and holidays. So you can expect to have City Council tonight. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. Not to mention Up Missoula. Always look out for that. They're always looking for feedback about how we can improve Missoula, our infrastructure, and how to prepare for our growth, because we're growing like crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Cool. So
if you
where
want
can
more
people find
information,
out? Yeah.
you go onto our website at wakeupmissoula.wix.com, or you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and you can find out more information on MCAT at mcat.org. Find out all our brand new spanking programming, what's going to happen in the next couple episodes, and
You can look at our webcam.
look at our webcam. It's
Pretty
wonderful.
sweet. Yeah. Let's take it. Can we look
So
at our webcam one more time?
if you want to appear on a show to promote your event or an upcoming, I want to say event, but I want to try to think of something else. But if you guys want a cause, an event, anything you guys want to talk about, you can email us at mcat@mcat.org, or you can call us at 542-6228, and you can appear on our morning show and our interview. It's all great. But for Wake Up Missoula, I'm Scott Ramp.
And I'm Noelle McAvoy.
And here's Asaph.